Hey, John Vogel here with Origins Health Ministries. I'm excited you've decided to join me. And in this video today, I really just want to talk about how I believe that all of us were designed to fast. Maybe you've heard that term, fasting. It's kind of a buzzword right now. But there's a couple different reasons you might choose to fast. And right now, the hype is all around fasting for the body and what it does, especially in terms of weight loss. But you probably also have heard that fasting is all throughout the Bible. And so what I want to talk about today is how those two specific reasons are really important. Both are necessary, and I believe even that we were designed to fast for both of those reasons. And so stick with me, because by the end of this, I really want to give you something that will help you even more as you begin to think about fasting and how that works and how to put it all together. So stick with me to the end, and I'll give that to you, tell you how you can get that free gift. Okay, so when we talk about fasting, there's really two primary specific reasons you might choose to fast. And the first of those is for your soul. You fast to heal your soul. And so we talk about that is a spiritual discipline. That fasting would be something that you do in order to draw your heart closer to God. We see it all throughout Scripture. We see examples in the Bible that you can look at and go investigate a little more. But we see Moses fasting as he's up on the mountain receiving the Ten Commandments. We see Daniel fasting as he's trying to make an important critical decision, really wants to bend God's ear and to hear from God. We see David fasting in a time of mourning over the death of Saul, the death of his best friend Jonathan, and the number from Israel who had been slaughtered in the war. And on we could see different examples of this fasting. Even Jesus and the apostles as they founded the early church. But what I really want us to investigate here is two teachings of Jesus that we find in the Gospels. First of all, coming from the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew 6. This perhaps is probably the most well-known of the verses and passages on fasting. But in there, Jesus says, and when you fast, and then he begins to lay out some things to not be like the hypocrites. They would go, they would make themselves look down, they would throw on ashes and sackcloth. Everybody would know that they are fasting. And Jesus says they have their reward. But he says, rather, I want you to go comb your hair, put your makeup on if that's the case, get dressed, take a shower, make yourself look like every other day, because you fast for a greater purpose. You fast in order to draw your heart closer to God, to find greater satisfaction in me, Jesus says. And that will be your reward. And then we find the other passage in Matthew 9. And in this passage, Jesus is talking about putting the new wine and the old wine in wineskins when he is asked, why don't your disciples fast like the rest of us? And Jesus says, well, basically because when you think about the Old Testament, they fasted looking forward to the Messiah. Everything was about the Messiah is coming, and we're looking forward to him and this kingdom that he is going to bring in. But my disciples have me with them now. The Messiah is here. They don't need to fast, but they will fast. They will fast again when I am gone until that day that I come again. And so he is alluding to here that all of us as believers, as Christians, we should be fasting as a regular priority. Why? Not because we're looking forward to the Messiah, but because we've already tasted the Messiah. We've already tasted of his goodness, and we long to be more and more satisfied with him. John Piper argues in his tremendous and helpful book, Hunger for God, that Christian fasting is not only the spontaneous effect of a superior satisfaction in God, it is also a chosen weapon against every force in the world that would take that satisfaction away. We desire to be more satisfied in God. So we go through a period of struggle, a period of discomfort where we don't eat, or maybe it's just simply to abstain from an entertainment choice or social media, something that we're abstaining from in order to find greater satisfaction in God. And it's not in that food, it's not in that entertainment, it's not in whatever it is, but my satisfaction, I'm driving my satisfaction to God. And that is that new fasting that he talks about there in Matthew 9, in this new wine, this new wineskins. We have a new way of fasting because we're not looking forward to the Messiah. We're looking back, remembering how good he is and looking forward to the coming day when he returns and all is made new. So there's the fasting for the soul. And it is vital, it's critical. Jesus tells us that, tells these leaders who were in his day, he tells them, my disciples, they will fast again. We should be making that a regular priority, a spiritual discipline that we do quite often. But then there is the second reason, and that is fasting for the body. And you've probably heard of fasting as a very important way to help in weight loss. And that is true. But it goes far beyond that. And what you may not realize is that fasting is really the body's natural mechanism to heal itself. And so it ought to be something we take advantage of quite regularly. It's something that I believe God designed within the body in order for this natural healing to take place. And that natural healing is a word that has really kind of sprung up relatively recent. And that word is autophagy, something that really has kind of just recently been discovered. And literally that means in the Greek to eat oneself. And that's the idea behind what's going on in autophagy is the cells are doing an internal house cleaning, as it were, healing and eating themselves, eating the bad away so that all that is left is good. The impurities, the issues within the body have been taken away. Completely natural process, something that can only really happen once the digestive system, all the systems in the body have adequate time to kind of stop and pause and rest. I mean, think about it. Every night you lay down for 7, 8, 9, 10 hours, whatever your habit is, because your body requires rest. If you were to just continuously pump iron and pump iron and pump iron or run for miles and miles and miles and not stop, your body would eventually just quit. Why? Because it needs rest. Well, the same thing, the systems within your body need rest. And oftentimes they need more than just a few hours or just the 7, 8, 9, 10 hours you sleep at night. They need a little more time. They need that time to heal. And it's a very natural process God designed within the body. And so I hope you can start to see here. You and I, we were designed by our sovereign Creator to fast and to need these times of fasting. But what's so amazing and so beautiful is that when we combine these two reasons and we take a period of time that we stop, we fast in order to find a greater satisfaction in God, draw our hearts, ourselves closer to Him, further away from the world, further away from this self-love. At the very same time in the background, our body is healing itself as well. What else could you do that would heal both body and soul at the same time and have such a tremendous impact on your health? I really can't think of anything else. And so fasting is so critical. It's so important to us, but it is also so instrumental in the overall health and wellness of your soul and your body that I encourage you to make it a priority. Make it a spiritual discipline that will also be that which helps to naturally take care of and heal your body. Now, I mentioned that I want to give you a free book. And in light of all of this, I go into even greater detail. I wrote an ebook that I want to give to you. I'm not trying to sell it. I just want to give it away, called Designed to Fast. And it's all going into these two different reasons, some more rationale, some principles for how to start to adopt these, what it looks like, and how to do it. And I want to give it to you. I want to be a help to you. That's what we're all about here at Origins Health Ministries, is serving you well. And so I want to give you this free ebook. I'll put the link in the description to the video, but you can also go to www.originshealthministries.com/free-ebook. Go there, get your copy of this free ebook. Let it serve you well. That's really what I'm all about. And make fasting a priority. Make it something that you do regularly because you want to dive in and really heal body and soul. If there's anything else we can do to help and serve you, please let us know. Let us know in the comments your own experience with fasting, how it has helped, how it's been something that has benefited you. We would take great joy in hearing that. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos that we put up on a regular basis. Thank you. Get your free ebook, link in the description below.